Good morning. Today is April 6th. This is the local Alcoholic Beverage Board of Marion County. It's now in session. My name is Tyler Graves, and I serve as the president of the board. Today we will hear cases in Speedway, Beech Grove, Lawrence, and the rest of Marion County. You see representing the town of Speedway, Mr. Robert Staten. Representing the city of Lawrence, Mr. Jim Hennigan. To my immediate right, appointed by the city of Indianapolis, is Mr. Peter Luster, and serving as secretary of this board is excise officer Jeremiah Gillen. This meeting is being broadcast live on Channel 16. It will be rebroadcast several times in the coming weeks. You are on television, and the board requests that you act accordingly. At this time, please silence your cell phones so you do not interrupt the hearing. If you find it necessary to have a call or have a conversation with someone, please step out into the hallway and be respectful of others. Here is the order in which we will conduct business this morning. We will first ask individuals who have come to remonstrate to stand and come forward to the microphones hanging from the ceiling. Give us your name and the name and address of the business you are here to remonstrate against. We will then hear cases on today's docket pertaining to the town of Speedway, city of Beech Grove, and city of Lawrence. And next, we will hear all applicants for new or transfer applications on today's docket. We will then call renewals on today's docket which have violations or remonstrators. After we finish today's published docket, we will consider cases that have been continued from a previous hearing. All of those coming before the board today, whether you're an applicant, representing the applicant, or are here to remonstrate, will testify under oath. Officer Gilliam will now administer the oath.
Okay, so if you're planning to speak to the board on any matter, be it a transfer, a renewal of the violation, or anything in general, I need you to take an oath, and I suspect this is probably all of you. So if you would, please raise your right hand. So if you don't have your hand up, you're not planning to speak to the board, correct? Make sure you get your right hand up. Okay, do each of you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties for perjury that the answers you've given on your application or any testimony you give to questions asked by this board be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And one more quick announcement. Officer Sunye, who usually sits this board as the excise representative, wants you all to know that if you need an inspection for a permit transfer or new permit, you must contact her. Her business cards are up here. You'll send her an email. She will schedule that with you. She will not come looking for you or contact you herself. So, any questions about that? Okay, thank you.
If an applicant should have remonstrators, it has been the practice of this board to accept one request for continuance from both the applicant and the remonstrator. Should the board deem it appropriate, additional continuances may be granted. Are there any remonstrators in the hearing room? Mr. Staub.
Good morning, Chris Staub, opposing Indy Supermart, 2040 East Washington Street.
Is there anybody here from Indy Supermart? Are you aware of any of this? You want to step out in the hallway and talk about it? All right. Mr. Staub, if you can step out in the hallway, maybe you guys can take care of something yourself, and we won't have to. Yes, sir.
Hello, Jose Mones.
Yeah.
Against Areli Valdez, doing business at Villa's Mexican restaurant.
Oh, that was the one.
Well, he knows what you're talking about. Okay, you're here to remonstrate against that?
Yeah.
Is there anybody in here from that establishment? Could you say it again for me?
It's Villa's Pueblita Mexican restaurant.
It's Villas.
Oh, Villas, yeah, Villas.
Yeah, so that was the gentleman that was just up here a second ago. He thought he was here for a continuance. He did not realize he was here for representing the applicant for remonstrance. So he did not explain
So
it.
he has left?
I think he's gone.
We're gonna have to, he's gone, so we're gonna have to push this to next month.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Can you document that, Randy?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good morning, my name is Captain Bill Carr. I represent the Dallas Metropolitan Police Department. We're here on the .2.0 RR 494 3207 3344 North Arlington. I believe it's set for today. Patron saint 250 South Meridian, and we've asked for continuance on that one.
Got it.
Continuance granted?
Yep.
All right.
And if for the point 2.0, if we could request a contingency on that one. I'm not sure if the violation is settled on that yet either.
So You'd like a continuance on the point.
on the point 2.0.
Captain Carter,
If the violation's not settled, I don't think we can have it.
Let's see.
It's, we don't have, it was mailed in, so we don't have record of when it was.
Issued on February 20th.
I do not see any notes from Amy regarding it not being paid. Give me a second. I only see that it shows as a pending transfer. Is that accurate?
So
Yeah.
there's a pending transfer, and then there was a violation issued on the transferring permit.
let's give him a month.
Yeah, I think this is the second request for continuance.
You think you can get everything settled up, though, so we can hear it next month?
Yeah, and we would recommend them. That's fine as well. Thank you.
All right, we'll consider this continued. Thank you. Any other remonstrators? Okay, hearing none. Applicants appearing in Marion County are required to have 4 items before the board can hear your case. We cannot, we will not hear your case if you do not have these 4 items. The first, the affidavit of compliance of posting the permit advertising sign from the ATC for at least 10 days prior to this meeting hearing. The second, the affidavit of compliance or notice sent to the property owners and neighborhood organizations that you sent written notice to about today's hearing. The third, the zoning affidavit obtained from the Department of Metropolitan Development. And fourth, the Marion County tax clearance form from the Indiana Department of Revenue. Okay. You good? All right. Who wants to go first?
Are we going to cover the one for Mr. Webb?
You have one in Lawrence, right, and then one transfer.
Yes.
So we'll go with Lawrence first, and then we'll do your transfer, and we'll get, we're gonna make a special allowance here. We've got the family emergency, so we're gonna, we'll start with Lawrence today.
All right, we have a new one. It's RR 4943337, House Girl LLC, operating at 4741 North Post Road.
Is this one House Grill?
Yes, sir.
Got it. Turn that down. Good morning, Esther. Would you like to introduce your client?
Yes, my name is Esther Barber.
Ángel.
Oh, su nombre completo.
Ángel Villalobos.
Ángel Villalobos, and I will be the interpreter for him because he doesn't speak
Can I
English.
see the owner?
Yes, he's the owner.
Oh, here's Jim.
All right, is this his first permit?
Este es su primer permiso en el balcón.
Sí, correcto.
Okay, I'll ask the questions then, and you can translate. That'll help.
Yep.
Did you prepare this application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
¿Usted preparó la aplicación o alguien la preparó por usted?
Yo.
He did the application.
Yep.
I just helped him with the other process.
Sure.
And he went to took the class with me.
Good. Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
¿Usted revisó la aplicación cuando la preparó?
Correctamente.
Were all the answers contained in this application answered in a truthful manner?
Toda la información que usted sometió en la aplicación es verdadera.
Correcto.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there anything you wish to add to the application?
¿Quiere agregar algo más a la aplicación?
No.
Are you the only owner of the business?
Usted es el único dueño de ese negocio.
Sí. Yes.
No, hold on, we got two people listed on the corporate personnel.
Dice que hay dos personas que
Ah, ok.
están en la
Sí, yes. Sí,
corporativo.
Yes.
And then you did.
Who are the two people? I don't
¿Quiénes son las
understand.
dos personas?
Ángel Villalobos and Cristian Rojas.
Nope. What was the first one?
Ángel Villalobos.
Okay, that one, yep. And then you're Christian?
No, he is Ángel Villalobos.
Okay, and Christian's the other partner?
Cristian es el otro socio.
Okay.
Correcto.
Yeah, I didn't get the application, so I don't.
Well, clearly you listed them because he's reading them. Is there at least 200 feet between your premise and any church or school?
De su negocio hay más de 200 pies de retirado de una escuela o una iglesia.
Yes.
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search your permit premise at any time without a warrant?
¿Usted entiende que un oficial del Excise Police puede entrar a su establecimiento y revisar todo el establecimiento sin necesidad de una orden de cateo?
Yes.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
¿Está usted aplicando por el privilegio de vender para llevar carry-out, que le llaman?
Okay, para llevar.
¿Va a aplicar?
No.
No.
All right. Are you applying for limited separation?
¿Está aplicando por el límite de separación? ¿Su nuevo establecimiento tiene un área de bar por separado?
No, no lo voy a utilizar.
¿No?
O sea, no voy a hacer ningún bar, solamente de ahí para servicio.
Okay, no, he don't have that.
Okay. All yours, Jim.
Does he have a policy in place for checking IDs?
¿Usted tiene una política para checar IDs?
Yes.
What is it?
¿Qué política es?
La política es que todo lo que se vea menor de 40 años tiene que la mesera pedir el ID, es obligatorio.
Que es mandatory to request, the waiters need to request the ID.
Of everyone?
For everyone, mostly if they are under 40 years of age.
Okay. All right, I'm going to make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve, I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we
Okay.
want to jump down to the VSP 51?
Which one is it that Mark needs?
Mark?
The very last one.
Mr.
VSP?
Webb?
Yeah, all right.
All right, we have a renewal violation. It's DL 4932456, operating as VP 51 Inc. At 5190 North Franklin Road.
And this was remanded back?
Yes.
Okay.
This is if it please the board, Mark Webb for the permit holder. This is a matter where they received a notice of violation back in January of last year for having an illegal product that they were selling, and also there were issues regarding posting of signs. And it's all detailed in EX 24004656. They went before this board, I believe, back in August of last year. They were heard on that renewal. One of the other partners in this venture appeared, and the local board expressed concerns about how the establishment was being run, and whether he was spread too thin to be running this establishment. So during the renewal was denied. During the course of the appeal, we put together a extensive corrective action plan that was discussed at the commission hearing, and as this matter was being discussed for remand, they got initially, they got a letter of extension that expired on or about the end of July of last year, okay? Of course, and then they go for renewal in August of last year, get denied. When that renewal expired, or when that letter of extension expired, they ceased selling all alcohol. They did not seek to sell any more alcohol until the commission agreed to allow this to come back, looking at the changes that have been made. So they were granted a letter of extension last Monday, that took effect last Monday, 7 days ago, that would get them through today, just to have them appear before the local board and have the board weigh in on some of these changes. So what we have done is, this establishment's owned by 3 individuals equally. Although they all have the last name Singh, they're not related. It's
Smith.
yeah, it's like Smith, yes, exactly. So I have with me here Kamaljot Singh, who I don't believe has been in front of you all before. After the problems that they had last year, the 3 of them made a determination, and because Kamaljot seems to be extremely spread thin with other permits that he's involved in that they're not involved in. Kamaljot, or I'm sorry, it was Baljinder that was doing this. Kamaljot has now taken over the store, and they've really been running a really tight ship. They do understand that they had a product that they couldn't sell, and although they did buy it from a wholesaler, that did not excuse them from having it. So in the interim, one of the more significant things that we've done is that we're now going through the Food and Drug Administration, their tobacco enforcement section, and they have a list of all permissible products. And so as they stock stuff on the shelf, they cross-reference to make sure that they're selling stuff that is legal. They also have in place to protect against underage sales, they have in place a POS system, a point-of-sale system, that can't ring up a sale unless the individual's birth date is entered into the system. And, it's not to pick on people. Some people get offended when you ask them for ID, but, this is a regulated industry, and it needs to be done this way.
Now, I'll ask you, will you go in there and check? Because in that scenario, it's not really like a scanner. A scanner can scan an ID and it logs it. The system you have allows for an employee to punch in a birth date.
Correct.
Will you go in and check those weekly, monthly, to see if you're seeing the same date? Is one of your employees just putting in a fake date?
So what we did, what I did actually, so anytime you scan beer only, beer product or any tobacco product, you have to enter the ID and date of birth in order to proceed the sale. Now, as far as I don't believe they would enter any fake date of birth. I mean, I would assume that do not, but this is what we did after.
Well, given all the situations we've seen to this point, I don't think it's safe to assume anything.
Well, I did what it needs to be done. The date of birth must be entered before you proceeding any sales for tobacco or beer. And ID must be presented regardless of your age. So I make that very clear.
And we also have the, we've got, everybody knows, and they know that they can't sell, they've got to, first off, the law says you got to ask for ID for anybody under, that appears under 40. So that's the law, all right? I think they're going farther by saying we can't do a sale. We don't care if you're 60 or 70. We can't do a sale unless you give us a birth date. So give us an ID so we can enter the birth date. And that's essentially what's happening, is it not?
That is correct. A lot of people get offended, but there's too many mistakes we're making before here. So it's regardless now, presenting ID.
So Jim, I'd just say it this way, maybe, we make recommendations to the state, they either support or don't. In this case, they've kicked it back to us to kind of hear it a second time. View them as partners, and if they've got a corrective action plan at the state level that they feel comfortable with, that's.
Well, one of my biggest issues, there's 3 owners, and how did this get past 3 owners? That's my biggest.
Well,
Yeah, I have the same issue.
And this guy being spread too thin, that's not our issue.
No,
That's
he's
the other 2
gone.
partners.
Now, he's not gone, but he's not day-to-day with this place, right?
So if I can share my point, so yeah, we do have 3 owners. The 2 owners before, they're not there anymore. I mean, they're still owner, but everything, operation, everything is happening under me now.
So you're taking the burden of.
Correct, yes.
I have a question.
Sure.
Collectively, the 3 of you, how many different stores do you own or manage?
Me,
The 3 of you?
they're my partners. I have no idea how many they have. I manage about 4 or 5.
Yeah, and I know some of these names from other counties. So you guys are all professional operators, correct? Is that a fair?
Correct.
Okay. This permit was issued in September of 2021. We've had 3 violations since then. You've mentioned things like running a tight ship. Yeah, I would think after 3 violations and the denial that was upheld by the commission, you would be running a tight ship right now. And some of these corrective action steps that you've taken, these should have been in place the day you opened, not after you've gotten yourself in a hole.
And I totally agree. It shouldn't happen.
So your responsibility is to try and convince us why we should not deny this again.
Well, like I said before, it shouldn't happen, and we're holding everyone accountable. So what those, both gender, who was looking everything over last number of years, and that's why I took possession of the operation. There were so many violations happening. Again, same thing over and over. It shouldn't happen. But what I did is to the employees that there's no second chances. If anyone ending up selling any product to minor, the employee will be terminated right away. And my message is very, very clear.
And maybe we match your message, and I'm not sure how the board will vote, but if that's your message to your employees, that should be the message to you from this board, if you are granted. That would be where I stand. We've been really lenient. And if there was one more violation associated with your establishment, I would be done. I'm only open to hearing this because the state has asked us to, but that's my 2 cents.
But see, that you're in charge, have you went through the whole store to make sure you don't have any other illegal stuff?
Correct,
That could slip?
absolutely.
I mean, you went through all that?
Absolutely.
Because this this to me is just a major problem for me.
Correct. And if we, again, shouldn't happen, but ever since when you guys stopped there, we don't have them anymore afterwards. And this.
Were you aware that they were there before?
I wasn't aware. I wasn't in charge.
So you weren't visiting the store regularly?
No, I wasn't in charge at that point.
The other guy had the.
Okay.
But you were a partner, but you weren't, okay.
Well, we have one person, one partner takes care of everything, so that's why I kind of took with too many violations.
Well, if I had a vested interest in something, I'd be checking it pretty close.
Well, right now, we are on it, and I'm on it.
You're
and,
there because you're here because of this nitrous oxide problem. That's why I'm looking at this.
and it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And why is
You're
it not
tying your
there?
shoes because you fell.
Huh?
Why is it not there? Did excise seize all of it?
Yeah, they took them.
That's why it's not there.
Correct, and we find out it's illegal to sell. We bought it from wholesaler with invoice, and we're assuming if they're selling product in Indiana, it has to be legal if they're selling to us.
It's convenient.
Once we find out it's illegal, we don't have them anymore.
Did you have this in any of your other stores,
Absolutely
or were you
not.
just running it in this one?
No, absolutely not. We
Well,
don't
why
have-
not?
We don't sell them anymore. I mean, we don't have.
No, that wasn't her question. The
Why didn't
question
you
was-
sell them at any of the other stores if,
Again, at that point, at that store, I wasn't there, and I wasn't taking care of the business at that, the operation wasn't happening under mine.
so to this point, this was what, denied by the local board, sent to the commission. It's been remanded back at the request of the attorney to present additional information in hopes of changing the board's position. Is that correct?
Yeah, yes, and also to get a corrective act, to correct the problems, they don't happen again.
Professional operators should not have these problems. I know they do sometimes, but.
Yeah, well, we understand. Deeply regrettable.
Do you regret because you got caught?
No, look, it's not regret. Anytime you make a mistake, you don't want to.
This is egregious. This is a bad mistake. This is illegal.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not, I mean, this is, I can't.
I'm assuming that the board knows this, but when we're dealing with the renewal of existing permits, there's only 3 reasons we can deny it, and you would have to cite one of these in your motion. Whether the applicant is of good moral character, whether the permit premise has become a public nuisance, or whether any criminal offenses have taken place at the permit premise. At least one of those.
With this gentleman at the helm, I would like to give him like a year's.
1 year?
1 year. I mean,
that your-
let's him see if he can clean it up.
With the acknowledgement.
With the acknowledgement that this is it.
Thank you.
You know, I mean, let's give you a fair chance. I mean, I think you want to do it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just don't
So is
want,
that
this is
your-
my, yeah, that's my motion.
Motion to approve, 1 year, and I can support that. All those in favor say aye.
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 I'll just go with you guys on that one. 1
All
year.
right, pal. That's as
I'm
thin as
going
it gets.
to make a denial on that one, even though I'm outvoted. I would deny the 1 year.
Thank you.
Can I change my vote then?
You want to change your vote?
Yeah, if we're going to have a split vote, then I'm going to vote to deny it. Which of the reasons?
Criminal act.
Okay, I'm going to say moral character as well. Okay, we'll submit that to the state as a
The
2-2.
vote was 2-2, so you'll go back to the state. Your attorney will walk you through that process.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay. You know what, Lawrence, do you mind if could we even do that, bring the transfer up so he's got a family emergency?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
You take us 1 second, we're going to hear your transfer.
Most definitely.
I want to get you to where you...
Yeah, most definitely. I've been there myself. I know all about it.
Yeah. All right. Peter, you know which one that was?
Which one is the transfer?
So...
It's all here, right?
Good morning. Calling RR 494-3315 Indian Haveli Restaurant LLC, doing business as Indian Haveli Restaurant, address 6566 West Washington Street.
Go ahead and have a seat, sir.
Thank you all. Mark Webb on behalf of Indian Haveli Restaurant. I have with me Pankaj, Pankaj, Bajaj, Bajaj. He goes by Peter. And this is a transfer of ownership. This is a situation where the prior owner had settled on this location on West Washington Street, not too far from the airport. And he, in his own mind, decided there was a building there that they were going to renovate and be able to get this into use. He made a decision after consulting with his architects. He didn't talk to me. They tore the building down. So that exhausted their ability to put this into use, and he just simply had to leave. He had to sell out and move on. And so Mr. Bajaj has the wherewithal to get this done. Can you tell him what you're planning on doing, Peter?
Actually, I got the bank approvals and everything right now, and my loan is approved and everything. The construction is going to be started maybe in this week or next week sometime, and hopefully within about 7 to 8 months this will be done. And I am planning to open the restaurant by next first month of January next year. January or February.
And what is it? What do you have in mind? This is going to be a family restaurant?
It's going to be a family restaurant.
What are the hours of operation?
It's going to be between 11 to 10.
Have you given any thought to a policy on checking IDs?
Yes, sir.
What is that policy?
We're going to use the electronic scanners to.
For a restaurant, that's pretty good.
Yes.
So we've got your hour of operation. What, how many people, what's the capacity?
Sir,
I guess
on
it's
the,
not built, but.
yeah, approximately 100 to 150. I mean, 100 on the restaurant side, and about 100 to 150 in the event side. We have an event also, even.
An event, and a little event.
Event center also. It's going to be a little event center, means just small parties and all that. Yes.
About how many employees is that?
Sir, as of now, I cannot tell you, but right now means with the chef and all kind, I can tell you about 8 to 10 people.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Any further questions here? Is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do this real quick. Did you prepare this application yourself, or did someone prepare it for you?
No, Mr.
Mark?
Webb.
Did you have a chance to review the application when it was done?
Yes, sir.
Were all the answers contained in this application answered in a truthful manner?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything you wish to add to the application?
No, sir.
Are you the only owner of the business?
Yes, sir.
Is there at least 200 feet between your premise and any church or school?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search your permit premise at any time without a warrant?
Yes, sir.
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
No.
Are you applying for limited separation?
No.
No. All right. You gonna have glob jamun? I went to an Indian
Yeah,
restaurant
definitely.
yesterday for lunch, and they didn't have glob jamun. I couldn't believe it. All right. Any further questions from the board?
Just with the event side, I know that you're still under construction, but how will you handle events? Will you have staff that's there the whole time, security? Will they have to hire their own security?
Most probably, these events are going to be on the weekends, and we're going to have the security at that point. We're going to
Okay.
hire some people to do that.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. And be there to make sure that the alcohol is served properly?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it's a minute. I'm not gonna go there. All right. Well, with no further questions, is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, all second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Good luck, sir.
Thank
Mark,
you.
get out of here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna go back to Lawrence there. Good luck.
Okay, we have a new one. It's RR 4943671, Twisted Wings LLC, operating as Twisted Wings at 11657 Fox Road.
Let's do May 4th hearing, please.
Got it.
Thank you.
What's that, continuance?
May 4th, yeah, next meeting.
That was easy. Okay, we have a renewal, RR 4914065, Indie Restaurant Concepts, Inc., operating as PT Show Club at 7916 Pelton Pike. Make a motion to renew.
Oh, I thought that had violations. All right.
Not showing any.
Okay, well, motion to renew, I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, there's another renewal, RR 4943234, El Flexi Tex-Mex Restaurant LLC, operating at 10625 Pendleton Pike. Looks like Suite 12. I make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve, I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Now here's your
Aye.
Aye.
renewal with violation, RR 4936592, 8501 Pendleton Pike Club, Inc., operating as the Harem House at 8501 Pendleton Pike.
And they have a requested continuance on that one.
How many have they had?
A lot.
I thought this was,
But I gotta ask, is the continuance because the prosecutor's still working through the agreement?
It only shows that it was requested.
Because I'm with you, I feel like it's been,
I think we should
but I
just
think
put
it
this
was
to bed.
based on the prosecutor, not the petitioner.
Well, let's see how many times they've been here.
Because we were told they're not coming back.
Huh?
We were told they're not coming back.
Oh, we were? Oh, okay. Well, I just want to be careful. I mean, if you're right, if they don't show up 3 times, take it. But if it's because the prosecutor's still going through some legal process, then I think we need to respect that.
Let's see. Oh, wow. So they were first scheduled before the Marion County Board on October 6th of '25?
Mm-hmm. They've had several violations, and this last one was pretty major. And then we gave them a year, and they come upon this one, and
Okay, so,
Anybody in the room, any of the attorneys, preparers that
he
are...
just left for emergency.
Yeah, all right, that was him.
give me 1 second. You always call him, but, so they're looking for the most recent violation.
I think he's the one that told me that they won't be coming back, which is a very good thing.
Settlement offer was mailed on January 16th. I don't see that it's been paid. I mean, we can call Mark real quick and find out what's going on with it, but
I think you should.
You want us to move on with the... We already took care of it if you want.
just give me a second.
Hate to bother you, man. Hard seeing on a piece of paper wasting ink.
I believe that may be one of Mark's clients.
It is.
Okay.
He's trying to call it.
Okay.
Hey, sorry about you. What's going on with the Harem House at this point? I see that there was a request to continue this.
Sold the property.
I don't even see the violation's been paid or anything. The settlement officer was sent on January 16th. So the building is gone, and we're just trying to renew the permit. Building is sold. So you're just trying to salvage the permit for... So even though we see the settlement offer, you think it needs to be revised?
The only thing I'm thinking is if we do the next month, the building's gone.
Is that something he agreed to?
The building's still there.
Oh, okay, David tore that. With him filling in for Amy, Amy's been on top of all of this, so I kind of...
Interestingly. I think we're gonna have to continue it. Mr. Wignall just sent me an email letting us know. The day of settlement pending violations permanently closed. It's represented by you, but that's about it, so, okay.
It's dead in the water.
It's dead in the water.
It just says FYI, we have pending violations, they're closed permanently, represented by what? That's it. Okay, I don't know, there should be more information than that, but, okay. I think next month will be your last chance. Okay. All right, thank you.
Continue.
I don't think we have a choice. I don't understand the point of the email here, but
Yeah, anyways, we'll continue it till next month.
that'll be the final
But
one.
they're not going to be operational in the next 30 days anyway, so we'll deal with them in May. Okay, that's continued. Thank you, Jim. Moving on to the Town of Speedway.
Okay, R 4942164, Elite Caribbean Bar Resto LLC, 5836 Crawfordsville Road, doing business as Elite Caribbean Restaurant Bar. This is a renewal without violations. Motion for approval.
Motion for approval, I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, RR 4943-407, Tootie's Chicken and Fish LLC, location pending.
They have requested a continuance.
Okay. Do I need to make a motion, or?
No.
Okay. MD 4900009, PVFG Holdings LLC, 1552 Main Street, Suite 104, doing business Speedway City Garage.
Is that
It's a
what
new
your
permit.
attorney?
Yes.
He's
I
right
assume.
there, he is.
You right? Come on.
Yeah, this one's kind of cool. It's the first one
Oh, it's a new one. Got it.
that I've seen. I think it's a new wall or something.
Got good paperwork for me, right?
Yeah.
All yours, Alex. The green light on?
Good morning, Board. Alex Innermill with Bose McKinney and Evans, and I've got Jeff Matthews and Jason Watson. PV is Pax Verum, that's Jason, and FG is Founders Grounds, and that's Jeff. I'll let them get into the details, but to set the table, not their first permit. Jason's got a brewery, Pax Verum, up in LaPel, and has had permits for a number of years, so well-versed in Indiana alcohol laws. Great compliance record. That'll all translate down into Speedway. This will be on Main Street, right kind of at the end, next to O'Reilly's, closer to the track. So, as you might have guessed, coffee and beer, but this is a three-way license, so there'll be wine and liquor as well. Looking forward to joining the neighborhood and getting open before May. They've already had some non-alcohol soft opening. Jeff will tell you that's going very well. So with that, I'll turn it over to the guys.
Real quick, this
Yep.
is a special district.
Yes.
Could you tell the board a little bit
Yeah.
about that?
So this is what's called a Motorsports Development District permit. It's a special type of permit, kind of like a riverfront development or some others that the legislature's created a number of years ago. And if you're within the district, which this is, you qualify for one of these three-way permits. And so the first step that the guys had to go through was address the town council and the redevelopment commission and say, here's what we'd like to do, and we'd like your endorsement for this type of permit, which the council gave without issue. And so we had that letter of endorsement from the town council that we submitted with the application to the Alcohol Tobacco Commission before even getting here today. So it's a special type of non-quota permit that is just for areas and locations that are within a motorsports development district, which is the name suggests.
Got it.
A large track, it's the Speedway. There may be a couple of other spots in the state, but it's really for the Motor Speedway.
Got it. Gentlemen, well, that's good. It's your client. You take it.
Well, yeah, if you could just tell us, like, the capacity and what your hours are planning to be, and
Happy to. So our capacity is 117 people. Our hours of operation, 6:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. during the week. Fridays and Saturdays will open until 10. That may shift a little bit during special events. Of course, race time might necessitate an hour or so longer, but that's what we want to stick with.
What about checking IDs? How are you guys going to do that?
So since we've started with our brewery and our tap room, we've had a really good process of just well-trained staff, seasoned bartenders. We have written manuals based on how we check IDs. I am actually very proud of the fact that we have done an amazing job of checking IDs, making sure that we're covering, no minors, nothing like that ever being served. We're going to just basically take that same procedure and take it to this next location.
How does the transaction take place? At a table, at a bar top?
So it'll take place at the sales counter. So when you walk in the front door, you'll walk to the front checkout area, if you will, and you'll see the POS system, and that's where the transaction happens.
All right, you're dealing with humans. What happens if a human makes a mistake and serves a minor?
Well, I mean, that's a major violation in terms of our code and what we stand for. I mean, that's a one time you're out deal. I mean, We can't.
And is that written in your policy?
It is, yeah.
Tough policies, but it's a tough business, you know?
Right.
It's your license, it's your name, it's
Well,
your
it's not
violation.
worth the risk, yeah.
Good. Any further questions?
No.
Mr. Intermel, so I'm not familiar with the motor sports district. Any need for separation for a little while, or is this like a civic center?
They do have limited separation, so
Okay.
for the bar.
Is this the floor plan that you gave me?
It is, and I think we need to, is there limited separation in front of the bar? I believe there is.
There is not.
In this particular case, we don't have like separation.
Are you intending to be 21 and over?
No.
We'll
It's-
sort
it's-
some of that out later.
Okay.
Yeah, we can.
It's kind of a restaurant, like laid out area with seating and.
It's kind of, and it may only be
more of a- just a
temporary until we
service-
get to July.
It's like a service bar. It's not, there's no
I
like
just
bar
need-
seating.
I'm gonna try and come by and take a look at this later. I just need a cell phone number contact for one of you. I have no idea how long I'll be here.
Well, that's interesting. You don't know how long her vacation is?
No, how long this meeting will
Oh.
Just call and text beforehand, and then I'll make sure I'm there.
She's coming back. All right.
Okay, I'd make a motion for approval.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Good luck, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Okay. RR 49222269, Dawson's on Main LLC, 1464 Main Street, doing business as Dawson's on Main. Now,
This is what, a renewal violation?
Well,
is it with violation?
Yeah, it says serving to a minor on the report.
I'll say, I didn't get that paperwork.
you didn't get the violation?
No.
Well, if they're not here,
They're not
we'll
here.
kick it to next month, and then we can let them know that there is a violation.
They need to be
happening
here.
in front of us.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
And that should take care of Lawrence, is that correct? Or, I mean, Speedway?
Did we do Elite Caribbean Bar?
We called them first.
We did? Okay.
Yeah.
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 Got it.
Okay, that takes care of Lawrence. There was nothing in Beech Grove and then Speedway, so we will move on to the rest of Indianapolis. Mr. Lester, you can call the first case.
Calling RH 4940377 Delta Hotel Indy LLC, doing business as Home 2 Suites, Indianapolis downtown, 115 Pennsylvania Avenue, Pennsylvania, Suite 150.
Delta Hotel, there we go. Hi. Good morning. Do you have your application? Come forward. You go ahead and give that to the excise officer. No, you come around this side. There you go. He'll take a look at that. And if you have everything in order, you can go ahead and sit down. And if you have everything in order, we'll hear your case.
Is this your power of attorney?
Yes.
And what was your name?
Catherine Bautista.
County verification. Did you fill this out or did someone else?
I looked from the
I don't look at this stuff very
Hey,
often,
come
but
on
this
up.
doesn't look. I was thinking there should be a stamp or something with it, is there not?
Oh, this was filled this morning
By whom?
by the guy listed in your
That's it. Does that look?
Did she sign this, or was that a stamp? He signed this?
He's upstairs.
That's a surveyor. I just don't. Yeah. But you said that like a seal or something.
I'm only pretending to know what I'm doing. That's completely different. And you've had your public notification sign posted at the building?
It's in front of the hotel.
Was the affidavit?
It's in there.
Is it?
I have a photo of it.
Could I see that real quick? Is it visible and accessible to the public? Yeah, I don't really know. The reality is what happens if Amy looks at some of this stuff and sees that it's incorrect, she'll have to request a remand, which will just set us back a little while, so. This is different than any of the forms that I have, but you're saying this was signed by somebody with? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and have a seat. So this would not,
Deb Jenkins is the surveyor, so that is her name.
Okay. Someone else signed it?
Yes.
so Home 2 Suites has multiple licenses in Marion County, so we won't go through the questions here, but could you share with us, where will this transaction take place?
So
Somebody
it'll be
wants
in-
alcohol.
So it would be in our sweet shop. Obviously, we would follow all the guidelines, so we would shut down based on the time frame that is like mandated. Everyone's already permitted, so I made them take all their liquor license, so everyone selling is already
They've already
ready
got their
for that.
paperwork.
Yes, and then our fridge is gonna have, that's gonna sell it, we'll have a lock on it as well.
Good, all right. Nothing to the rooms. Everybody
No.
has to come down to the counter. And then what happens, tell us about checking IDs.
So checking IDs is if we're selling it, any beverage that's purchased will be checked.
What happens if one of your employees does not check but does serve a minor?
It's gonna termination. for our
Termination?
hotel. Yeah.
Okay. Are there hours of operation? I mean, I know the hotel's open,
It's
but what
24
about?
hours. For the market, it's 24 hours, but obviously for the alcohol, it'll be a little bit different. That's why it'll be locked.
Good. Any further questions? Hearing none, accept the motion.
Motion approved.
Motion to approve. All
Go ahead.
I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Good luck.
Thank you.
I need you to come up here. The affidavit that you supplied is not a state form, looks like somebody just made it. So, what was this, Home 2?
Home 2 Suites.
The sign's been up for at least 10 days. If you would, you put the date that it was posted here, roughly, at least 10 days ago. Sign here. I will fill out the rest of this. Thank you much.
Good to go?
Yeah.
Calling RR 4943344, Can Pie Sushi, Indy LLC, doing business as Can Pie Sushi, address 5375 East Thompson Road, Suite A through C.
Nick's got him. There, Craig, one up.
It's all good, right?
Yes.
Morning, Nick Royals with Bradford and Riley. With me, I have Sheng Wang, owner for Kampai Sushi.
Which one?
Good morning.
You're the owner?
Yes, yes.
And so it's your name on the license?
Shen Guo Wang.
Okay. Who are you, sir?
This is my brother.
Okay, just moral support.
Yeah, thank you.
Is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
I think the second one.
So you have another license? What county is that in?
Independence Pie is Marion County.
All right.
I think it's in Marion County.
I think it's in Marion
Yeah, it's
County.
also in Marion County. Marion County.
How long have you had that?
About almost 6 months.
Oh, 6 months? How many violations in 6 months?
None.
Good. Yeah, I was hoping so.
Yeah.
All right. Could you tell us about your policy for checking IDs?
So we have policy checking ID for all employees. So every day when they work in, so we have manager gonna be checking the ID first, then go to the working. And also we have before training, so we have the policy ID in our policy rule.
It's part of your policy rules, okay. What is the capacity of your location?
Should be about 220.
220 in that restaurant?
Yeah, it's a very, very
Big
big space.
space.
They have the existing permit is up on the north side as well, and it's a similar concept of the conveyor belt sushi restaurant, so
Okay.
very large space.
Is this beer and wine?
Yes.
Okay.
And your hours of operation?
The 12 to 10 o'clock on the weekdays, on Friday and Saturday to 11.
To 11?
Yeah.
And what happens if one of your employees does serve a minor?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, if one of your employees sells a beer to someone who's under 21, what would happen to that?
Oh, basically need to terminate it.
Terminated?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about this license and the rules and regulations associated with it?
For what?
Do you have any questions about the license and the rules and regulations associated with the license? Any questions?
Just if you have any questions to the board.
No, I don't.
Do you have any questions about the license?
No.
Okay.
All right.
With that, I'm assuming you've covered a lot of that stuff with them.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, I'll accept a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. I'll second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Calling RR 494-3470 El Catrachito Restaurant LLC, doing business as El Catrachito Restaurant Number 2, address 3561 English Avenue.
Good morning. You take your application to the officer?
Yes.
All right, let's see what we got. You guys might notice. Amy said one of them, like the initial application is handwritten, and then they will type it up and send it out. Is that how that works?
Oh, pal, I don't know.
Man.
She just kind of looks at it and tells us go or no go.
Yep.
I got nothing.
Okay. Well, we'll just ask them who filled this out and.
Yeah, well, part of the process would be, who am I speaking to? You or you? And you are the translator?
Yes.
You're translating? Is there a green, is the little green dot lit up?
It is
Okay, so we can hear you. Your name is, ma'am?
Marlene Santos.
And what's your relationship to these two?
I employee for them. I'm an employee.
You're an employee, okay. And then what is your names?
Lilian Franco. Iris Franco.
And relatives?
Son familiares.
Question.
Oh, okay. Is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
¿Es su primera licencia es en el estado de Indiana?
No.
You have other ones. How many?
¿Cuántas tiene?
One? Where?
4040 North High School Road.
Okay, all right, so it's in Marion County. How long have you had that?
1 year.
1 year? How many violations?
¿Cuántas violaciones tiene? ¿Ha tenido alguna?
No.
Okay, good. And this is a restaurant?
Este es un
Okay.
restaurante.
Who filled out the application?
¿Quién le llenó la aplicación?
Nosotros con la ayuda de ella.
We did it with the help of Marlene Santos, myself.
Okay, so the three of you filled out the application?
Yes.
And just to be clear, Marion County has paperwork that I'm not used to seeing, and sometimes there's variations of that. So far, all the files I've gotten are a little bit different. If there's anything missing or anything that's out of order, the permit will be remanded back, so that could be corrected. So there could be a delay if there's anything wrong with the paperwork, just so you know.
Dice que si algunas formas no están correctamente llenadas, va a seguir el proceso, porque él no está relacionado con algunos documentos que se han llenado en Marion County.
Wonderful. This is not his it's his full-time job, but not for this county. He's filling in, so it's a little different.
We understand.
Okay, let's get started. Do you have a policy for checking IDs?
¿Tiene alguna política para chequear los ID?
Pedir el ID al cliente y checar su fecha de nacimiento.
They ask for the ID, check the ID, and check the birth dates on the IDs.
For everybody who wants alcohol?
Para todos que piden comprar alcohol,
Okay.
para todos.
What is the capacity of your restaurant?
¿Cuál es la capacidad?
85. How many employees do you have?
4.
4. And then where does the alcohol transaction take place?
Donde las transacciones de alcohol, donde, o sea, donde ustedes la venden, o sea, están en...
Incluiríamos en el sistema de cobro. O con...
She asks if this including this payment check or...
Now, if I walked in to have lunch and I wanted a beer, who would I ask and where would that happen?
Ok, si él llega a su restaurante y él pide una bebida, ¿a quién él le pregunta por un
A la mesera.
on the waitress?
The waitress? And all of your waitresses have the correct permits?
Todas sus meseras tienen los permisos correctos.
Sí, sí.
And you're clear on the rules and responsibilities that come with having an alcoholic beverage license?
Y ustedes tienen todas las reglas claras de los privilegios para vender alcohol.
Sí, sí.
Okay. Board have any further questions?
You have the waitresses, do they, you have waitresses that speak English and can read IDs?
¿Tienen sus empleadas hablan inglés que pueden leer los ID?
Sí.
Okay. It is okay that they don't know everything, but they need to reach out to someone who can help them understand it. There are businesses that can help with that.
Si todos los negocios tienen alguien, en caso de que ellas no entiendan, poder ir a preguntarle a otra persona.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, I'll accept the motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Calling RR 494-3477 Tide Bliss LLC, doing business as Tide Bliss. Address 5335 East Southport Road.
You know what? Hold on. Tide Bliss. Moving on. Moving on to transfer applications.
Calling RR 494-0377 Arlie Valdez, doing business as Vila Poblita Mexican Restaurant, 3815 West Washington Street.
That was the one that's going to be continued because they had remonstrance that we accidentally sent.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Calling RR 494-43207 The Point 2.0 LLC, doing business as The Point, address 3344 North Arlington Avenue.
And that was continued, IMPD's request.
Yep.
We've already done this one.
We've already done that one, so it'd be the...
Yep. Calling RR 494-3422 IIY Construction LLC, address location pending.
IIY Construction.
Calling RR 494-3499 Three Agaves Mexican Grill and Cantina LLC, doing business as Three Agave Mexican Grill and Cantina, address 1280 West Southport Road.
Good morning, yes.
Good morning.
Before we get started, Officer Sonia made a note that there was no orange public notification sign posted.
Yeah, that this is what happened. This is Mr. Francisco Garcia. Few days after we put in place the application, the business catch on fire.
Now, hold on a second.
There's no sign.
I'm trying, there's no public sign posted.
We can't hear.
We can't hear.
There is no posted sign because the building was
On fire.
on fire. And
It
that
doesn't-
is the
So,
reason.
The rule would have to still say, Esther, because we got to have those 4 pieces, one of them being that documentation. So if that documentation was on there, but then it caught fire, but then still the people around wouldn't be able to see it.
So it'll have to be continued for a month.
Okay.
Are they going to rebuild here, or?
They might be, but we don't know how long it's going to take to rebuild it.
Currently, this is advertised and going to be set to this specific address. If you end up needing to move, then you're going to want to amend the application anyway to find someplace that is operational.
So, at this point, even if there is no place to put the sign, we can put it on the street?
Yeah, get some sort of metal frame from Lowe's or Menards, or build your own wooden frame and make sure it's laminated and make sure it's accessible and visible. And or you could amend the application to show location pending. It just depends on your plan.
Okay. So we're going to do that.
Thank you, sir. I just want to be consistent.
Yeah.
So we'll at least have you back next month.
Yes.
If that changes, let Officer Sonia know.
Yes, maybe by then we have a new location, but I think it's going to take a little bit to rebuild the building.
Oh, I'm sure. Thank you very much, and we'll either see you next month or whenever you figure out what you're going to do location-wise.
Calling RR 494-3509, Indi Punjabi Dhaba Inc., address 1551 West Thompson Road.
Hello. Doesn't seem like a lot of members.
I'm afraid it's not all there.
It's
Well, we'll see.
It's not all here?
No, that was my statement.
Don't look like it, but I don't know. Maybe.
Did you send letters to all the neighbors?
Yes.
I think that's what we're missing. We don't have a list of.
Do you have that list available? I mean, maybe not on you, but is it an email or something?
Yes, I can check.
Okay, because what you could do is after the hearing, you could send that to the officer.
Can I do that?
Yeah, as long as you're, now here, I'll tell you this. If he doesn't receive that, then none of this
Of course.
matters. But if he does receive that, we'll accept it after
Okay.
the meeting.
Of course, yeah.
We've seen that happen.
Boy, the paperwork here is just fascinating.
Oh, you can have this.
Do you want to get my email address? If you can find it, I'll type it in for
I'm
you.
gonna actually ask my husband to.
Sure.
Perfect. Yes, I'm ready for your email.
Here, I'll just type it in for you.
Okay, I was gonna text him.
Did you have a good Easter?
I did. It was very, very relaxing.
Relaxing.
I went to church.
Which church you go to?
I'm in the Light of the World Christian Church. So I went to church on
Best I can tell.
Thursday, Sunday, and just kind of relaxed and visit family.
Amy's going to kill me.
What about you?
We went to an Indian restaurant for lunch. Then we've done that the last. Now my wife's Indian, but we've done that the last few years.
I didn't know that.
Other than that, we took naps.
So was mail sent out to all the local neighbors letting them know?
Yes,
And the sign is posted at the business?
yes,
Is this your first alcoholic beverage license in the state of Indiana?
yes.
All right, we're going to run through some questions. Please answer loud enough that we can hear you on the microphones. Did you prepare this application yourself, or did someone else prepare it for you?
I prepared it with the help of my accountant.
Did you have a chance to review the application after it was prepared?
Yes,
Were all the answers contained in this application answered in a truthful manner?
yes,
Is there anything that you wish to add to the application?
no,
Are you the only owner of the business?
yes,
Is there at least 200 feet between your premise and any church or school?
yes,
Do you understand that an excise officer may enter, inspect, and search your premise at any time without a warrant?
yes,
Are you applying for carry-out privileges?
no,
Are you applying for limited separation?
no.
All right. Okay, do you have, well, let's start with, this is a restaurant. Where will the alcohol transaction take place?
At the tables.
At the table? All of your employees will be permitted and trained?
Yes, it's a family-owned restaurant. It's a very small, so
myself will be dealing with day-to-day operations, or my husband. So we'll be there, yes.
Are you clear on the rules and responsibilities that come with having an alcoholic beverage license?
Yes.
What happens if one of your employees does serve a minor, especially since they're family?
Right. Well, we're going to be there, so it's my husband or I. I don't think that will happen, but if an employee does do that, termination.
Okay, is that part of a written policy?
Yes.
Good. All right.
So do you own the building, or are you renting it?
Renting.
Who's on the lease?
Myself.
Just you?
Yeah.
Okay. And who's on the corporate entity that holds the permit?
Myself.
Okay. Does anybody else have financial interest in the business?
No.
Okay.
All right. Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve. I can second that. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Good luck.
Thank you. I
And-
will be sending that.
Yeah, that's fine. And then you understand that if you need an inspection, you're going to have to get a hold of Officer Sun
Yes.
Her card is right here. You can grab a card or take a photo of it and make sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Calling RR 494-3567 Soke Entertainment LLC, doing business as Soke Banquet, address 4435 North Keystone Avenue, Suite 14.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Could you help my friend pronounce it? What is it?
Suki.
That's where I was at first. That's where I was at first.
Suki. All right.
So Jeff McKean, I have Anna Denberville and Yves Denberville. They're two owners of Suke. They've actually had a permit at this location. It was a catering hall permit. It's on North Keystone, 44th and Keystone, basically. They've had a permit since 2018. They had an issue last year where they had an event, and the people for the event were allowing outside folks to come that weren't on a list. So they did have a violation. Officer Swallow indicated to them that if they were to get a regular type 210 permit, if that were to happen, it wouldn't be a violation. So they do all the events themselves. They're always there. Their staff works the events. They have an IMPD officer for working security, as well as other security staff. The venue does seat 250 people. Be happy to answer any questions you have.
What permit did they have originally?
A catering hall permit at the same location. In fact, it's still there and active. If this permit is issued, that permit doesn't have any value. It'll go away, and they would just have the 210 permit.
So the catering hall is not subject to quota, but they do have to meet the seating requirements of 250 and not be open to the public.
Okay.
So help me through this. Officer Sonia sent me some notes about this one. So they also have a renewal with violation on their current catering hall permit.
Correct.
That's not up today, that's coming up?
It is up today.
Okay.
But it's on the renewal list. The violation had been settled, and it's the one that we talked about because there were outside people not on a list. That was effectively the citation. That permit, while it would be renewed today, they don't need it anymore, and it'll go back. We submitted a letter along with this application that if this permit is granted, that one would revert to the state.
So what was that violation? Open to the public? I see disregarding a cease and desist order from the commission.
So they had, in prior years, there had been some similar events. IMPD notified them, had issued cease and desist orders, notified them about the events. They canceled those events. They had never occurred. There was one that occurred last year where Officer Swallow and his team came in after the event. It had been held, and there were people that had come to the event that weren't necessarily on a list. It was a sexy Sunday. It was a Haitian group on Sunday evenings. They did several events. Am I correct on that? And there were people that were not, technically not guests. They'd put it out on social media, and people had been able to come to the event that weren't listed.
So I understand correctly, they had a cease and desist from IMPD to stop doing those sorts of events. They canceled some of them. One of them still happened sometime later, which is this Sexy Sundays event.
No, it didn't happen.
I thought the Sexy Sunday had occurred.
No, it did not occur.
I
got a cease and desist
for that. It did not occur.
So you did not hold that event?
No, no.
You canceled those events, but hadn't the team come in with Officer Swallow, and there had been an event that had been held prior, and they believe that that had been on social media, so they were cited for the event. There were no problems with it, no difficulties, but they admitted that somebody, the person that was hosting the event, had gone out on social media, invited people, and that had previously happened, correct?
Yes, it happened
and that's
previously.
That's why they were cited then.
Just sort of publicly promoting it.
What's that?
Publicly promoting it.
Yes.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to understand is this event happened, the one that got out on social media that we're talking about, this happened after the cease and desist from IMPD or prior to the cease and desist from IMPD?
They had cease and desist, I think, the prior year, and they canceled those events. There was then another event that had been publicized on social media by the host of the event, unbeknownst to them. And when the Officer Swall and his team came in, they acknowledged the event had occurred. He had evidence that it had been promoted on social media, so they were cited for that. They didn't know until that time, until after he came in, after the event had occurred.
Okay, that it had been promoted online.
Right.
Okay.
And his solution was, well, if you get a Type 210 permit, you got to go out and buy it. But if you get this type of permit and anything like that were to happen, it wouldn't be a violation. So that's why they're applying for
This is a little loophole-ish, but okay.
So operationally, this is essentially a catering hall facility not open to the public?
Generally. Generally events, yes.
And are you two operating this business?
Yes.
Or is your sole responsibility to lease out the facility to other businesses to come in?
No business come in. We let's say you want to have a wedding, then we will be there and cater whatever it is that you would need and do, and the decoration and things like that for you.
They are always there for every event.
And we are always there. We've never missed one. If the only time he missed one, his mom was in the hospital, and so we are always there.
So what are your new hours of operation? What do you propose? Because you've applied, so with this, you've applied for a restaurant license, and there are requirements for a restaurant license that differ from a catering hall. So there's going to be some sort of operational change to the business. So what sort of hours of operation?
We think during the weekend, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, up to 11, and sometime if it's a special event, we might go a little longer.
And you're opening, what sort of events would you have on those days?
What do you mean?
What types of events would be hosted? What sorts of events?
I'm Eve, and that's my wife, Anna. And what we really do, besides that, we could provide like jazz and blues special event.
Who's going to be hosting these?
That would be us.
So tell us about your menu. What sort of food options are you going to have?
We're going to have like milk, coffee,
sandwiches. And also Caribbean. We have a Caribbean meal that we provide.
So Officer Sonia has some concerns about your ability to meet the qualifications of a restaurant. Habitually open to the public, and do you have adequate kitchen space to run a restaurant? Or are we just getting a restaurant license so that you can have open to public events as a catering hall operation? Are we changing to being a restaurant?
They're not going to be open on a Tuesday night. They will be open, often on weekends and special events. They meet the minimum requirements for food. They also, through the Marion County Health Department, they have a commissary license to provide for larger events as well.
And they're not requesting a catering hall designation?
No.
So they're going to have to meet the qualifications of a restaurant?
Right.
Not just minimally, but
Correct.
operationally as well?
Yep.
I'm probably going to agree that I'm not sure that they're going to be able to do that, but I think what I'm seeing is that they're just trying to get around the open to the public requirements or limitations of the catering hall permit by going to a 210, which isn't, I mean, completely uncommon, but.
Yeah, I mean,
if
they're
we're
not
gonna-
trying to get around it. They were, essentially, they didn't want to get in trouble, and they said, look, here's the best solution you have to this problem.
As long as we make operational changes to meet the requirements of the restaurant.
Right.
And are you clear on what those changes will be? What you're gonna have to do some things differently to have this new permit. Are you clear on that?
Yes.
We just don't want you to walk out and be surprised by maybe some added expense. And I too agree. I feel like we're trying to get around the catering. But as long as you meet the requirements, then you've done so. So in that regard, I think we hear the case. And one thing about catering too, anytime they come in front of us, it's always weddings, bar mitzvahs, things like that. But then when they come in front of us for violations, it's always sexy Sundays and always strange things nobody ever brings up when they're applying for one of these. It's always after they get in trouble. So what would you do differently?
I'll let them answer that. They have had the permit since 2018. No problems, no police runs, none of those issues other than the sort of the administrative piece of this, but no.
And the way we are set up, we set up where we make sure that there's no problem. We have metal detectors. We have 2 metal detectors for people when they come in. We have IMPD is always there. Whatever, even if it's a birthday party for whatever it is, we always have security there. Not only in the parking lot, but also inside. We have it everywhere.
I assume you have a contract that the people who rent. Is there any language in there to either limit or?
Yes.
I don't know how you say it, but to take the social media component out of there? I mean, I can see a piece of language in there that says, you can have a party here, but if we find out you're promoting it all over social media.
It won't really matter with this permit, though, because they are allowed to be open to the public.
Yeah, you're right. Allowed to be open to the public.
Yeah, we had that with the permit that we currently have.
But he brings up a good point. You do have a good track record. Yeah, IMPD. Sounds to you've gone above and beyond what a lot of the catering halls have.
Yeah, they complain. They say, why do we need, my mother's 90, why do I need to have a metal detector? I said, well, if you don't want that, then maybe we're not the right place for you.
And also, sorry, gentlemen, and sorry, I'm not trying to cut you short, right? And Suke, what is mean is not about like the quantity, it's more like a quality. It's for the whole community get together where they could have a place for them. It could be anybody, but we really care about what's coming in and how we receive them, and that's why we be here for that long.
So that's where we match up. You have concerns that you're focused on, and the board wants to make sure, it's fine that it's for the community. We want to make sure it's done legally and safely. Fair?
Yes.
The public-facing part of this, whereas you have an event and then you essentially have a promoter promoting it on social media, I think that's this is the example that was given.
Oh, okay.
So as you shaking your head, but that was the example that was given. I think that that is where, with this new license, where you should be most careful and aware about what's coming in, because obviously if it's a bar mitzvah, a birthday, a wedding, those things, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's in your control. But if you give it to a promoter and they just like, hey, come, and I'm just making this up, but if you give them the door and all of a sudden they're not watching IDs and stuff like that, that's where things can be a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't do that. And the thing, I had a conversation with IMPD Tiffany just earlier this week in discussing, they acknowledged that anytime they've showed up, they've been very cooperative. And we said to them, if you have concerns, because IMPD sometimes monitors social media and knows in advance, and the events that were canceled were events that IMPD had come to them and said, hey, this isn't what you think it is. So we had indicated to IMPD as well, we're glad to continue to have that, partnership or collaboration as well.
Any further questions from the board? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve? You want it? I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling RR 494-3581 Viva Group, Inc., doing business as Marita Mexican Kitchen, address 5051 South Keystone Avenue.
Oh, Kentucky.
Oh, yeah, 5051 South Kentucky Avenue, sorry.
What did he say?
Keystone.
Good morning again. I have Gerardo Gonzalez Vivar, who is the owner of Viva Group, operating as Marita Mexican Kitchen. To tell you a little bit about Gerardo, he has currently, before we began the Marita Mexican Kitchen concept, 3 locations: Brownsburg, Fishers, Pendleton. They've been operating, the longest one, about 15 years. They've had no violations in the last 10 years. They are opening 4 Marita Mexican Kitchens in Mooresville, Plainfield, Danville, and then this one in Indianapolis. So they've been in the business a long time. Be happy to, it's a
But this is someone else's
traditional.
license we're transferring into his name?
This license, this facility had a Mexican restaurant before, but it's not that one. I think they got into some tax issues. It was a Los Patios. So this is a different permit they purchased and are opening their own new restaurant. Family restaurant. I think capacity is about 90 or so. It's on Kentucky Avenue outside of 465, sort of at the edge of Marion County, out toward the airport, but west of 465.
And they did acquire a number of the previous, not the permits, but the businesses for those patios.
They went in and took over the locations, yeah.
All right, sir, so you've had a license for a while in this state. How many violations do you have on your license?
None.
None? So what?
I'm familiar with their operation going all the way back to when they opened in Brownsburg and then the one in Fishers, and they do have an excellent track record and run a very nice operation.
They had one violation more than 10 years ago in
Yes.
Brownsburg. Yeah.
But I don't think it wasn't under my name yet, though. So it's not.
I think it's correct.
Okay. What's the capacity of this space?
This one is about 90, 95, including employees.
How many employees will you have?
Right now, we have about 7.
About 7?
Yeah.
They're currently operating without alcohol and have been for a few months.
Yes.
What happens if one of your employees does serve a minor?
I will probably terminate it.
Probably?
Well, terminating completely, yeah.
Is that in your
It will
policy?
yes, we do. We do have a
What is your policy?
well, we have a booklet that with all the policies and guidelines for our employees that they have to sign before they are hired. So our policy that said that if an employee serves alcohol to a minor, we will terminate it.
How do you track the employee permits to make sure that they're current?
We have a file of all our employees, and we do check it regularly, since we have probably close to 50 employees all over our restaurant. So we do have a file of all of them.
Okay. Any further questions? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Calling RR 494-3617 PWW Indy Downtown LLC, doing business as Hooters of Indy Downtown, 3110, address 25 West Georgia Street.
And they have requested a continuance, the attorney.
Calling RR 494-3622 Psalms Hospitality Group, Inc., doing business as Big Lug Filling Station, address 2310 Shelby Street.
Isn't there a big lug? Isn't there a big lug? I mean, is this the same thing?
It is.
It is?
It is.
As long as it's on there, I'm good. Thank you, sir.
Good morning again. Alex Innermill for the record. Leah Williamson with Psalms. I think as you were just noting, this is the Garfield Brewery, and on the south side, maybe you weren't just noting that.
I know the name.
Oh, Big Lug. Oh, sorry. Well, yes, and we'll get to the Big Lug as well. So this is the former Garfield Brewery on the south side. Psalms, which is also Big Lug Brewery, is their brewery concept. is transferring the license and going to take over operations there. You're familiar with SOMS. They've got locations in Marion County. All of the policies, training, et cetera, will be moved into this location as well, so that'll be consistent. They've got a great compliance record and reputation in the state. So we're excited about coming in. We field any questions that you may have, but it is simply a transfer of ownership to go in and get started and take over.
He mentions that you have a good track record, or at least in my opinion, Psalms, rarely, if ever, have been in here for violations. Anything change with this location?
No,
Same policies?
Same
Same
policy.
attention to detail?
same attention.
What happens if an employee does serve a minor?
If an employee serves a minor, we will retrain. We believe in second chances.
It's your business? Okay, good.
Is this a restaurant, brewery? I missed that part.
It is not a brewery.
Okay.
It was a previous brewery,
Okay.
but we have a kitchen. We'll serve food and beer and wine.
So will you guys get rid of the brewery equipment that's already there?
It is
or
gone.
It's gone already?
Yes, it left
Okay.
with the previous owner.
All right, okay.
Any further questions? No. Hearing none, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling RR 494-3672, Tricks LLC, doing business as Bubba's Bar and Grill, address 10030 East Washington Street.
East, wow.
This to May 4th, if we could, please.
May 4th? Yeah, we
No sign anywhere.
Yep.
No, sir.
I was going to say, that confused me. I thought he was walking up. All right. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take a 5-minute comfort break. Is that
Sounds
all right?
great.
You go right ahead.
All right, we're going to take a 5-minute comfort break before we move into violations. My apologies.
You said what now? Listen, I normally on these meetings, I don't book anything until after 1, just in case everybody shows up and we have a lot of really tough ones. But I've been pleasantly surprised. The past couple months, it's just keep getting pushed. So many of the big ones just keep getting pushed and pushed and pushed. Yeah, and it's like, are they gonna actually show up? Who knows? Yeah, it's an interesting meeting, to say the least.
Okay, calling the meeting back to order. All of the same rules that applied are still in place.
All right.
Go ahead.
Calling RR 490-5850, Inc., doing business as Silk Show Club, address 3512 Madison Avenue.
IMPD has requested a continuance.
Calling RR 490-4646, Buckeye Beverage Corp., doing business as Connor's Pub, address 6331 North Ferguson Street.
Pending violation, continued until next month.
Calling RR 491-2302, Core of Indiana Enterprise, doing business as Rock Lobster, address 820 Broad Ripple Avenue.
Good forward, pal. All right, so we have a violation report here. Oh, you have your attorney with you. Do you know why you're here?
Yes, sir.
Why?
We had a violation, 2 of them. We had one for a high-end fine, and then we also had we had an employee that didn't have a permit valid.
What was the first one?
Well, what is your name?
Steve Wentland.
Are you the current owner?
Yes.
Steve, what is my last name?
Wentland.
Got it, thank you, sir.
What was your first violation, you said?
We had two. I met with Amy. She came out and did but we had a high-end fine from back before I took possession of it.
The former owner had been charged with several felony counts, but has not been prosecuted. It's just had indictments.
Okay. Why is that your problem?
I'm not sure. I had to go in and meet with the prosecutor and Amy at your office.
And
that's why they postponed this last time until we had our meeting together and had a discussion at that time.
Did you guys get the notes that Amy?
We got it right here. You mean the violation report?
No.
We don't get the notes.
It's okay. This is probably stuff she just sent for me, so I understood. So, were both of you on the ownership before?
No.
Or was he just a manager?
He was just employed by me.
Okay. Charismatic, well-liked gentleman, was that?
Yeah. I mean, he owned that bar for close to 30 years when I bought it from him.
And you kept him on?
Correct.
And then the violations were really tied to him and his issues?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He went from an owner to a manager?
Not a manager. He was just employed by me. When I bought those bars, I also owned the one across the street.
Yeah.
And I had another location. Kind of respected the guy. He'd been in business for 30 years. I kind of wanted him to go out on his own.
Yeah.
I offered him to stay on. He was there basically in the day to receive some of the orders because we didn't open until in the evening. He cleaned, did, stocked some stuff, did whatever I had for him to do on the list. And the deal was I was going to let him do it for 1.5 years, 2 years till he wanted to retire and be done. Paid him $20 an hour. He just didn't want to sit at home and not do nothing. He'd been doing that job for 30 years in that same location, lived down the street, been around Broad Ripple a very long time. So it was kind of, I don't know, kind of a favor, I guess. I just felt like he deserved to go out on his own.
Well, he's kind of ingrained in the bar and the community and all that.
Yeah.
So,
go my bad, go ahead.
So as I understand it, after some of those discussions with the ATC staff and his connection to the alcohol permit in the business operation, you've decided to cut ties with him?
Yeah, I kind of just felt like there maybe wasn't a comfort level with me keeping him on, and it was kind of recommended that for me to proceed on it, I probably should cut ties. So we had that discussion the day after I met with Amy, and then he parted ways.
And you are technically the new owner?
Yes.
Okay. Officer Sonia said she has no issues with you at all. This, I think, was the real issue with,
yes.
I think, was that Rob?
Rob, yes, sir.
Yeah.
What about the permits?
At that time, we have a couple of staff members that we really only use for like the big bar crawls for CCA. Don't work a lot. She came in. Unfortunately, I didn't pay attention to see that her license had expired just prior to that.
What are you doing differently now?
We have them in a folder. They're set up front. I mean, we have them in our Google Doc calendar, so that gives us 30-day notice on the time that one's going to expire, and we check it better.
Okay.
So who gets the notification?
I do, myself.
Okay.
And you're the owner. It's your name on the license?
It's my license. I'm the one that has to come to these meetings.
The gentleman with the issues, he's gone.
Absolutely.
No relationship with your business?
No.
And then the permits, we've got the Google Docs, or Docs. We're tracking that to make sure that those never happen again.
More, I guess, comfort feeling for me to understand this. I kind of felt like it was kind of, pushed for me to make him leave. He's not even been found guilty yet, so it was kind of weird to me that it was such a big, deal for me. I paid him $20 an hour. He didn't sign checks. He didn't do anything managerial. Literally was, in there to receive orders, so I didn't have to sit there through the day when, I'm doing stuff till 3 in the morning.
And ultimately, the commission didn't force you to get rid of him. That was a decision you made on your own.
I was feeling like this meeting would have went a lot different if I hadn't. It was my feeling, my personal feeling. Could just been me overreading it, but I just felt like they were really not appreciative of him being there.
I think to the point that Tyler was going to make, when there are a lot of responsibilities that come with these licenses, including whose name is on paperwork or who's affiliated with a business, so there are rules around that. So you understand that you've owned other things before, so it's like it just comes along with the territory. So we, as a business owner, you, to personalize it, have to be careful and thoughtful about how you engage. Like, you made the decision to kind of keep him around a little while longer, understanding all of the situations that were going on. So it's like, that just comes along with it. Like, it is going to be scrutinized if there's somebody involved who has issues.
add, understand the separation between they work at excise full-time, 40 hours a week or more. We live in Marion County. We've been picked out to serve on this board, so we weren't in that conversation. I couldn't tell you who to hire and fire and wouldn't, but I can understand where law enforcement may say, hey, this, where there's smoke, there's fire sometimes. But that's a decision you can only make. This board has no ability to enforce that.
And I did make a decision on my own. I was just more of a question.
I get it.
So it don't mean once this case isn't settled that you couldn't bring him back, so.
Yeah.
I think that door's closed.
Yeah, well, no, well, I'm just thinking.
Okay. So we have, what, 2 different violations, is that correct? So the first one had charges for retailer, dealer, permitting, management, representative, duties and responsibilities. I'm assuming that's related to Rob. Okay, the minimum menu requirements, what was that specifically? Do we remember?
We had the microwave on the Rock Lobster part because it was more of a nightclub. That's one of the things Amy came out for that we've changed now. We've made all 3 of those locations as one. So we have the kitchen from Average Joe's there, and now it's underneath just one liquor license. All operates as one location, so.
So you're not meeting the food requirements?
Yeah, that issue is resolved now because we have a full kitchen.
Okay, then I think you mentioned this one earlier, the examination of permit by employer. So you had somebody without a permit?
That had expired.
Okay, how expired was it?
I want to say like 35, 40 days. I mean, it wasn't very long if I were.
And did you say this was a temporary employee that you just brought in?
Yeah, she actually works for Marion County, but she just helps us sometimes when we have the big bar crawls when we do special events.
Okay, so the second violation, determination of reputation and character, and then high and fine reputation.
Correct. I got a settlement offer for that. I paid both of those.
Settlement offer from the state or from?
From the state.
Department of Revenue, because it looks like there's some tax issues, right?
No, there
That's
were.
the other guy, though, isn't it?
Yeah, the tax stuff was all prior.
There's indictments for,
Yeah.
but again.
The
those
gentleman
are
we're talking about,
indictments.
his house has been raided.
Okay, so the.
And when those was cited, Rob was still an owner listed on the license. It was a stock transaction, so we did document the change of the stock, so that took Rob off and put on Steve and his partner as the 2 new owners.
So, to be clear, the business, through one of the owners, with the, does he, 27 counts of failure to keep records open for examination, level 6 felony? Is that all tax stuff?
Well, it has to do with basically they're alleging that he was
Underreported total taxable sales in the amount of just under $4 million?
That's what, yes, what they're saying.
Okay. So one of the owners was involved in this, but this is all related specifically to the business, right?
Rob Sabatini had owned the bar for 30 years. That's who I bought it from. That's who all those charges are involved with.
Are you guys at all more familiar with this?
Yeah.
Okay. So did he lose the license or?
No.
So just part of that, you decided to buy it and move him out but keep him on?
Correct.
And he has no financial interest in the business whatsoever?
Not at all. He's not a part of the business at this point. He was just an hourly employee.
But he was part of the business and helped create this problem, and then we remove him. So the Department of Revenue went after him as an individual or after the business, or?
Right now, it's the Marion County prosecutor has indicted, make the indictments.
Against?
Against the company and Rob Sabatini.
The company which you were the owner?
Rob Sabatini is the one that's been indicted, yes, on the.
Okay. Any connection to this, Jim?
No.
No.
Okay. So even though you were an owner at the time, you're not wrapped up in this?
I was not an owner until after the indictment stuff was laid down. We bought it after. We had been in talks prior that happened. They raided the house. We'd already been in discussions of it. We continued through. I was assured by my attorneys that there was no way it would recourse back to us.
Okay.
And I've owned it since.
I heard some of this on the news, but because this wasn't my area of coverage, it just wasn't as important. So you guys know more about this. I'll rely on you with all this stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, the violations as they pertain to you are permit out of order, and then the high fine is in regards to this gentleman who was an employee of yours. He's no longer an employee of yours, he's gone. He's got to fight his own battles with the prosecutor and all that, but he's not here, and that's none of this board's business. So you've answered for me why we won't have expired permits moving forward, and then in regards to the other fella, he's gone.
Yes, sir.
So if you tell this board he's gone, he's not coming back.
He's not coming back.
All right. Any further questions? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
And you have the option for a 1 year if you want to do that as well.
Yeah, but I can't pin it on you.
I have multiple liquor licenses. I've never been in trouble for anything.
Yeah, you bought a bar because the guy got himself in trouble.
Right.
I see it.
Motion to approve.
Yeah, motion to approve. I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Good luck.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Now, the other guy, he would have got hammered.
Calling RR 492-5829 Dave and Buster's of Indiana LLC, doing business as Dave and Buster's. Address 8350 Castleton Corner Drive.
Nobody's moving. Dave and Buster's?
All right. Calling RR 490-4389 RCI Dining Services, Indiana, doing business as The Pony. Address 3551 Lafayette Road.
Pending violation continued.
Calling DL 4930983 Kerpa and LLC, doing business as The Liquor Barn. Address 1801 South Emerson Avenue.
Is anybody here from them?
No, actually, Mark Palambero was their attorney, and the representative requested a continuance for both.
Okay, I'll call it just for the record. DL 4930984 Kerpa LLC, doing business as The Liquor Barn. Address 6002 Southeastern Avenue. Continued. Calling RR 493-4931 BSL Entertainment LLC, doing business as Patron Saint. Address 250 South Meridian Street.
IMPD requested a continuance. They are planning to remonstrate.
Yep. Calling DL 493-1591 Village Liquors LLC, doing business as Village Liquors. Address 3612 West 30th Street.
Anyone here for Village Liquors? Okay, I believe there is Ramon. Oh, say that again.
On 30th Street?
Yes.
Yeah.
To May 4th.
Sure.
Calling RH 493-0150 INDSP Trevidi Hospitality LLC, doing business as Courtyard by Marriott, Indianapolis South. Address 4650 Southport Crossing Drive.
Strike it
Courtyard
out.
by Marriott. All right. Calling CH 493-0097 Suki Entertainment LLC, doing business as Suki Banquet. Address 4435 North Keystone Avenue, Suite 14.
That shouldn't take too long.
This is the renewal of the catering hall, and we went out and talked, and we'll do whatever you want to do here. The thought was that permit was going to go away if the other one is issued. They have one event that is a graduation party, so the new permit will be only an over 21 establishment, okay, with the new 210.
The one we just did.
The one you just did, right? They have one event in May that's a graduation party where no alcohol will be served, but it's a graduation party, both high school, they have two children, one in high school, one in college. Okay, so they wanted to have that event with no alcohol. Now, so the question, it's an interesting question, under the new limited separation requirements, if they had no alcohol and the kids were just there eating, could they be there under the new permit? Because typically, if you're limited separation, because they won't have limited separation.
Are we talking about with parent or guardian?
Yes.
Or the stuff that'll take effect possibly later?
With parent or guardian.
They have to be in the facility with the parent or guardian for the purposes of eating a meal, not birthday party.
Yeah.
I think there's a disconnect in those.
Okay. So
My advice would be to, if these people paid a deposit or something, to go ahead and give that back to them immediately so that they can find another venue, because we've moved on. Like, this has changed from a catering, per your request, this has changed from a catering license to a restaurant license for a venue that is 21 and over, correct? That's what we just agreed to.
Right.
Your argument that that license won't be in full effect because it
Yeah.
won't go to the state in time.
Right, that was the only thing, whether we could go ahead and renew the catering hall, let them, because they won't have any other events until after this one, so they go ahead and operate the graduation party on a catering hall with the minors, and then at that point, the new permit is activated. They do the inspection, the new permit's activated
Help me
after.
with this, if we
That's why,
vote yes, I mean, that's all, it all hinges on that party. Could they do something after that party? Could they go, I changed my mind. It's been voted on, it's approved, and I've changed my mind, I'm going to keep it catering hall.
They could surrender the other license, the new one.
yeah.
I don't know why they would.
They paid a lot of money, right. That's not the purpose, so that's why I thought we probably should come and at least go through, why don't we go through the hearing, and then we can talk to the state about which way they want us to go. And your point's well taken, if it comes right down to it, they'd like to not have to cancel somebody's graduation party, but if that was the only option, they could do that as well.
Yeah, because, I mean, we've already talked about the kind of business that you intend to run. So,
This just steps it back.
yeah, it does. It does. And for me, I think you have to make the main thing the main thing. Either you're going to run this restaurant thing so that you can have all the gatherings you want that are promoted to the public, or you're going to run a catering hall. So, and we've already kind of went through what it is that they intend to do. So for me, it just makes sense to move forward with that, because there was no mention of this birthday party or anything when we talked earlier.
My experience as an officer has been sometimes these things happen and come up when people are jumping back and forth between permits, so I could see overlooking it. I mean,
If we go ahead and vote on it, and then we can, figure out. They won't have any events open to the public until June, so that it's potentially they could do this last
so
event.
you can schedule the final, I mean, they're.
That's
can't
what we
really-
do.
I mean, if they were gonna surrender, they get their money back. If they decide to use it, they're not gonna get their $750 back, but it's not a big deal.
They've already used it for half a year, I mean, it's on an extension, so they won't really get money back. So however you want to proceed. We just wanted to bring that to your attention, I guess.
What is that, so again, this is renewing the existing catering hall license with
Violation.
one count of failing, so would we, in fact, if we'd heard these in the opposite direction, would we have renewed this in the beginning?
With one violation and a long track record, I believe so.
Okay.
I mean,
I say you can go ahead with it, but,
go ahead with it.
yeah.
So we've already heard, in a sense, the violation. I mean,
Yeah.
so, do you need to hear the violation again?
I'm good.
Here's where she's not wrong, but where I stand, your history matters, and I trust you. And if I thought I didn't, if I thought your violation report was really bad and all kinds of, you have one violation and a long track record.
I think to the same point, I do have an area of discomfort because I didn't feel like, it felt like we took a while to get clear on, you got to cease and desist. So I'm like, how many things have to happen before you get a cease and desist? You get a cease and desist, and then there was a lot of back and forth on, did this event occur after they had already received a cease and desist or before? Like, that part was still unclear to me. So that's where, for me, there is a pause where I feel like there's something there that there's a little maybe omission or dishonesty in some other kind of way. That to me, and even our conversation about people deciding to take this license versus the other one so that they can, conduct business a certain way. That's where my discomfort comes from. But if the rest of the board feels good about moving forward with it, then I'll be outvoted anyway. But
So looking at the report, I mean, they were issued cease and desist orders for events being advertised open to the public on February 9th of '24 and August 23rd of '24. And then this violation took place April of '25. So they had already been given cease and desist orders. They should have already understood the whole open to the public thing. And then we end up coming back to it, looks like.
So that's where my concern comes from.
So we'll just refund everyone.
I think regardless of what happens, you better be really careful with your new license and how you're treating it. I'm still not convinced that you're going to be operating as a restaurant. I think we're just going to be operating a catering hall, especially now that we have seating for 250 and we're going to be 21 and over.
No, they intend to have regular events open to the public.
Well, yeah, events, catering hall type stuff versus restaurant operation, so
No,
time will tell.
No, I think they intend to have.
What's the name of the restaurant going to be?
It's okay.
Okay. And there will be like reviews and a menu and all that stuff? Okay.
Last thing I'll say, it says Team 509 Production. They did you no favors. I mean, they're all over this, you know? And that's what happens when you work with promoters. You guys are talented. You can promote your own business.
Yeah.
With that, and we may go 2-2, I'm going to go ahead and call for a vote. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve it.
All right, I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That's 3, so you got your majority, but she shared her piece, and then I don't take away from that at all. Eyes wide open, best of luck.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
And are you going to talk to the commission, kind of sort out how they want you to specifically do that?
And this just gives us options to sort out, what works or whatever, and they may go back and may cancel the event, who knows, but at least you guys are aware of what's going on when, there's options, I guess.
And just don't schedule the final for the 210 until
Right.
after that.
Right. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Calling RR 493-7840, JK Mill LLC, doing business as Culture Bar and Bistro, address 7038 Shores Terrace.
Culture?
Calling RR 493-38051, OSR or OHSR Enterprise LLC, doing business as Estero, address 6378 East 82nd Street.
And technically, just so we all understand, this was previously not denied, then overturned on appeal. So this is really a renewal without violation.
It's a renewal without?
Yeah, because the violation.
Will we take care of it at the end of the meeting, or just go take care of it now?
So take care of it now. Or we'll lose it in the list.
All right, well, then I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
There's a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I will deny this one.
Okay, reason?
Good moral character.
Good to go?
Yep.
Calling RR 493-8140, Sunshine Breakfast House and Grill LLC, doing business as Sunshine Breakfast House and Grill, address 5116 West 38th Street.
Sunshine.
Calling RR 493-8160, In Zone Bar and Grill LLC, doing business as In Zone Bar and Grill, address 8311 Michigan Road.
They have requested a continuance.
Calling RR 493-9293, 3-in-1 Restaurant Inc., doing business as 3-in-1 Restaurant, address 1413 West 86th Street.
We request a continuance.
You're killing me.
Address, calling RR 493-8992, Indy Supermart Inc., Jimmy, it says Jimmy. Address 2040 East Washington Street.
Remember Jane, the nails?
Oh.
The nails.
Yeah, that's classic.
Different.
That's classic.
Okay, we've got a remonstrator. Here's how we handle these. You'll speak, and then you'll speak to the board. You don't have to answer anybody's questions except for the board. We'll give him a chance to speak as to why he's here to remonstrate, and then at the end, we'll come back to you for a final. Make sense?
Yep.
All right, Alex.
All right.
I will say this, I have 30 minutes, guys. They're going to wrap up the last
Sure.
part of the meeting, but with what we have left, I think we'll be.
So, we'll just jump right into it. You may recall, this was denied on renewal, or I apologize. There was a violation, that we had an appeal for the violation. The violation was whether they were operating as a restaurant or as a packaged liquor store. That started last summer. We went to the commission on a revocation hearing, had 2, maybe 3 separate hearings about that. Ultimately, last month, we arrived at a settlement to resolve that and all the violations, which the terms of that are this permit would be put into escrow, and they would not open a restaurant at this space. They are looking at either marketing and selling the permit, or if they do pursue a restaurant, it would not be at that location, would not be in that neighborhood. And so we have worked out the violations with that. I mean, building up to that, Indy Supermart did extensive remodeling and investment to try to get the space to a restaurant, so it looked like added seating, took away carry out and whatnot, but ultimately just could not get that over the finish line with the ATC to open there. And so what we're here today asking for is to renew the permit so that it can be in good standing in escrow, again, to either be sold or find a different restaurant location, but again, not in that space, not in that neighborhood.
So were you here earlier when we went under oath? Everybody swore in under oath?
He came in late.
I came in.
Thank you.
Go ahead and do
I
that. I
meant
just
to
think
ask
that
that.
adds a lot of weight to this.
State your name, please.
First name Amarjeet, last name Brar.
So not Jimmy Jesse?
It is Jimmy Jesse. It was my previous name.
You had that legally changed?
Yes.
Okay. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers you've given on your application or any testimony you give to questions asked by the board to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
So, sir, here's the question. If we do approve this, this will never go into that spot? This license would never go back into that spot?
No, not until, we went through ATC, like Alex said. If there's whatever, if they didn't approve it, it won't be at that spot.
You applied for a restaurant at this location, but based on the violation in the photos, you did not open a restaurant. You opened up what appears to be a functional package store.
It looked like it. There was food, minimum food requirements were there. Optically, I'm with you, and I talked with the clients about that, Mr. Brar and Raj. They removed a lot of the carry-out display. I mean, we saw what Officer Sunye's concerns were with the space, and that's where the remodeling and taking out a lot of the, whole section that I suspect you're looking at with the original violation photos. The alcohol advertisements were taken down, the carry-out was taken out, more food was added to the menu. But again, we could, even with all those changes, we still could not get past that issue with the commission. And so as the settlement was, okay, we won't have a restaurant and alcohol in that space. We'd like the opportunity to either sell the permit or possibly pursue a restaurant in some other location in the city.
So what kind of restaurant would it be if you were allowed to keep your license and open a restaurant somewhere else in the
The
city?
idea was to have like mixed food, fusion food, so you can have some Indian, American, and Mexican, and a couple like a noodle Chinese dish. It's like all pretty much, it's just like a street food. It wasn't trying to introduce like a elephant ear, nobody sells it. Foot-long hot dogs, that nobody sells it. It just misunderstanding a bunch of them. And then at the end, we couldn't justify it, and then we just decided, you know what, just close it. Not a big issue. Their gas station's already operating, selling food, and it was just, she made the decision, it's not worth it going through that trouble. Let's find a different location, put an escrow, go through it, be done with it. Not give anyone a hassle or problem.
So you and Raj operate how many different convenience stores or package stores? There's a bunch, right?
At one point in time, she did a bunch, but now she's down to 2.
Which 2?
The gas station and the liquor store in Clayton.
Okay, I know the gas station, or the liquor store in Clayton. Where's the gas station? What are we referring to?
Same place we're talking, 2040 East Washington.
Just East Washington. Yep.
Okay,
couple, maybe a mile and a half or so
okay.
from here.
You ever opened a restaurant?
There's a restaurant there.
Have you ever opened up a restaurant?
Have I? Yeah,
Yeah.
in previous.
Okay. I don't think this is a restaurant. You may have put some stuff in there, but it doesn't, I don't
Restaurant
think it
at
looks
work.
like it. Sell any food?
No, we're selling food at the gas station.
No, I mean at this particular location.
We never reopened after all the remodeling, adding seats, getting rid of half of the display area. It was glassed in, half of that was gone, added a food service, seating area. But because we couldn't get that as part of the settlement with the ATC, they never reopened to sell additional food and to add on to the menu that we were talking about.
And you've all seen the photos, right?
Not the photos, I just read the report.
Yeah, I saw the photo of the liquor display.
The original from the violation.
Either 7 or 8.
Mr. Straub, would you like to jump in here and share your concerns while you're here to demonstrate?
I would, sir. My name is Chris Staub. I am the elected president of the Near East Side Community Organization, an umbrella organization of 20 Near East Side neighborhoods. Willard Park of Holy Cross Westminster Civic Alliance is one of those that 2040 East Washington is located at. This is the letter that was submitted to our September Board of Directors. We can then give to you. We've seen the violations that have happened with this, and we do not feel that their license should actually be renewed. We had met with the applicant in December 14th of 2022. We heard lots of commitments given to us. NESCO is very familiar with this location. We met with them in 2007 for a zoning variance in which NESCO got several commitments as well. None of those some of those commitments have never been fulfilled since 2007.
What were some of those commitments?
Those commitments were landscaping and signage, two different ones on signage, and they were never met. And then when they came to us in 2022, giving us commitments, and we understand that those commitments that were given to the community and to the city are not applicable to the state and this board. They were told that you have to buy food to get alcohol service. 60% of their sales were going to be food. They said they currently had a beer license, which we weren't sure. They were supposed to be completely separated from the store. We know that the building had an addition to the back that needed to be remodeled. It was all done without an improvement location permit. It was all done without any other structural permits. They now currently have 5 zoning citations that are open from 3/19 of 2025, from illegal signage to the property of not having an improvement location permit, outdoor storage of junk and debris. The dumpster that was located in the front now has been moved, but all of these are still open violations with the city. So we do not trust their word, and we would think that if they have not made their word to the community or to the city worthy, then we feel that they would not be worthy with the state and their license to carry forward.
So just to jump in, I would object, one, hearsay nature, talking about a lot of statements that were made. He doesn't have any evidence to back that up. It would be hearsay anyway. I understand that's admissible before here, but I want to object to that. Can't be the sole basis of your decision. With respect to the zoning violation, there's no evidence other than what Mr. Staub's saying. We're not aware of any violations that are opening, nor these commitments that he's talking about with landscaping. But as he said, the zoning issue isn't really what this board is about. If there are zoning issues, then the planning department can come out and they can address those. But we're not aware of any. And this permit had also issued about a year ago initially, and as you all are aware, you have to get a zoning clearance. And part of that is if there are any outstanding zoning violations, those would have to be addressed. So as of when this permit was initially presented to you roughly a year ago, that would have been it. But again, that's, I think, irrelevant. And to the extent, you know, this letter and about the restaurant, those are the exact same issues that we addressed before the ATC and committed that, all right, we will not open a restaurant in this space, understood the issues, simply just want to put the permit into escrow and either sell it or perhaps find a different location, but not there, to open a restaurant.
Plus, me and Raj never met the neighborhood association in 2007. She bought that site in 2010. So we have no idea what is he talking about.
Well, I'll tell you this much. He comes in front of the board and he's usually spot on.
Yeah.
So I'd be real careful with taking shots.
As far as my concern, I've been at that same spot for off and on since 2010. We had cleaned quite a bit of the neighborhood. There's 32 cameras watching alley, every side way you can. We don't let people stand. We've removed so much. The neighborhood association, none of them, they don't do anything. There's people out there sleeping in alleys. We have for them so they won't die with cold. And
Yeah, you got any thoughts?
I'm still thinking through it.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a restaurant. That's
It
the
is
part that
not.
gets me.
It is not, and I do not feel. I don't feel that a strong enough case has been presented that would make me want to say, sure, go into another neighborhood and attempt this restaurant concept. Yeah, that's where I've landed with it.
To be clear, though, if I may, I mean, the design of that you're looking at, and we again changed all those, but it's irrelevant. They're not opening there. Part of the reason, I mean, it's an odd, space. It's small, pretty limited, and so
You're not going to
if
see
they're-
a regular restaurant in that space because it's just not going to look the same.
Correct, and so
Boy, there's a
to the
lot of
extent they
alcohol.
find.
Tons.
Agreed, and we talked about that look, appearance is, and perception is everything, right? And so when Officer Sunye and others, when you guys are looking at that, it doesn't look like a restaurant. And that's why they've made significant changes to address all of that. That's all part of the record in front of the ATC. Not in front of you because we're not opening there. But if there were a restaurant space somewhere else in the city, it wouldn't look like that. They'd have different space, presumably. I don't think you would want to have the same challenges that you faced there, so you would look for some place where they could have restaurant offerings, then it would look like a restaurant and not have the same challenges, because we would have to, again, be back in front of you all for a transfer of location and present that, and so you would see the plan and see the floor plan.
Mm-hmm.
Any further questions from the board?
So in the report, it notes that, I guess an officer was in there to order food to test out if it was a restaurant. A male subject, I guess it would be an employee, came to the sales counter and spoke to me through the window. I asked the male subject if I could get some food, specifically a hamburger. The male subject informed me that I could not order food. I told the male subject that I thought the business was a restaurant. Officer Abbott told the male that we just wanted some food. The male subject told us that there was no food and that maybe we could get some food next week. Asked if we could get a cold beer. Yeah, so I mean, he couldn't even get food. Yeah.
Which backs up what's in this letter as far as no one being served a meal after
Yeah.
being told that they could.
I've covered 16 counties local boards for most of my 20-year career, and I've never seen anything stretched this far to be called a restaurant, so.
Yeah. Any further questions from the board?
No.
Hearing none. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to deny.
I'll second your motion to deny.
Motion to deny and a second. All those in favor of the denial, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. I'm going to have two ballots.
And then what reasons?
Which two are?
Mine are.
So good moral character, whether the permit premise has become a public nuisance, or whether any criminal offenses have taken place at the permit premise.
I am going to say public nuisance and good moral character. It appears to me that there were things that were said to the community as far as this being a public service that they could utilize, that wouldn't just be another liquor store, and that was not acted upon. So that is where my good moral character stance comes from, and the other one, public nuisance.
I'll support that. It feels like a bait and switch.
Same.
Moral character.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
With that, to the board and the members here, I wish you the best of luck with the rest of your meeting, and I apologize that I have to go to
No worries. See you next time.
Calling RR 493-420 Upland Brewing Company, Inc., doing business as Upland Brewing Company, address 4939 East 82nd.
They requested a continuance.
Yep. Calling DL 493-3087 U.S. Liquor Corp. Group, LLC, doing business as 21st Amendment Package Store, 1154 West 86th Street.
The owner's rep couldn't be here with you today, so if we could continue to May 4th, please.
Got it.
Thank you.
Calling RR 493-9618 Iguanas Taqueria Restaurant Corp., doing business as Iguanas Taqueria Restaurant, 2912 Maywood Road.
Good morning, Esther Barber, and this is Mr. Sergio Hernandez, the owner of the alcohol license.
What was your name one more time?
Sergio Hernandez.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Hernandez owns 3 licenses. The oldest one is already been over 11 years, and this is the first violation that he got.
What's it for?
I see floor plan alterations, server training requirements, and then a manager's questionnaire. So,
in regards to the manager questionnaire, it's already fixed. It's already manager questionnaire in place. The floor plan alterations, he modified a little bit the bathroom area.
Moved to the close to the kitchen.
And but Ms. Unier already went. They submit the new floor plan, and she went and approved. You know, when it comes to the.
so did they add a tap wall? Did they add a tap wall?
What is that?
It's a wall with taps on it.
Es un muro que tiene. ¿Agregó un muro usted?
No, solo es una como vendemos muchas aguas, es para donde preparamos las aguas nada más.
So, okay, so it shows that the tap cooler was not on the approved floor plan.
Yeah, that is where they prepare the, you know, for Mexican they use fresh water with fruit.
Agua frescas.
Agua fresca, yeah.
Yeah, so that what we're seeing is the issue, because those I've seen those come out of like the it's like a dispenser, so not a tap wall, because when I think of a tap wall I'm thinking of what you pull down for
it looks like
beer.
maybe it's just cooler.
But the cooler, yeah, with the little spout dispenser on the front, that's what I've typically seen agua frescas be served out of.
I don't think that's it. Listed in the charging stuff, it says packaged alcoholic beverages, change of floor plan violation. Were they selling alcohol to go?
¿Estaba vendiendo bebidas para llevar?
No.
No. He says no. Well, he's speaking English.
Pero fueron. No. Ya nos aprobaron que podemos beber, pero no se vende, la verdad, y es pura cerveza. O sea, pero.
¿Cerveza es lo único que vende?
Sí, la cerveza. Porque vino ni vendemos porque no se vende nada.
Okay, he says that he already applied for the carry out, and the only thing that he's selling is beer. But I mean, they hardly sell even carry out. He got a beer and wine, but the only thing they sell is beer.
I'm sorry, this report's kind of, I'm not really following it. So, I mean, just the basic charges. We have a manager who did not file a manager's questionnaire.
Yeah, which is already.
So that's a form that the business owners would complete for somebody who's going to be managing, giving them the legal authority to operate on their behalf.
Right.
So that's easy fix. Retailer, dealer, permittee management, representative, duties and responsibilities. I'm assuming someone didn't have an employee permit?
This is what happened according with Mr. Hernandez. He was sick that day, and there was somebody who has a lack of license there, but apparently the person who has the certificates for the class, she was not there in that moment, so the person that was talking to the excise was the person in the kitchen. He didn't know where the certificates.
But supposedly it was only in that moment.
Yeah.
Has it happened before?
No, that's what I said. He got three licenses.
Yeah.
In different locations. And
Well, the chances of being caught
the
in
old
that,
one.
the chances of being caught in that one moment is kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, what are the chances that would all happen at the same moment? That sounds off.
It just happened, but like I said, he owns 3 licenses. This is the first violation. The oldest one is over 11 years.
Is that the one in Plainfield?
In Plainfield.
Yes, yeah, Plainfield. Yes.
Okay, so none of these are significant. I mean, so the last one was actually not having taken the server training program.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Now they have service training and everything.
I know somebody who teaches those classes. She can help you with that. The floor plan, have we updated the floor plan with the ATC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This is easy.
Yeah. Any other violations in the past?
No.
And how long have you had the license?
Over 11 years.
Okay.
The original one, but this, were you talking about this
Yeah,
license in
yeah,
particular?
yeah.
Okay. This license in particular, how long have you had it?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. Okay.
Yeah, yes, almost 2 years.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm good. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve it.
All right, a second? Well, I'll second that.
Okay, moved and seconded for approval.
Yeah, all those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling DL 493-3157, VDAT Holdings LLC, doing business as A1 Liquors, address 7621 US 31 South.
Where is this one? Oh, there we go.
All right, you want to introduce your clients and tell
Mr.
us
Patel
what
and his son
happened?
Viraj, who are here to address the violation at the store.
Yeah.
Who are they? I'm sorry.
My name is Viraj. That's my dad, Jitendra Kumar.
Yeah. While we kind of refresh ourselves with this, can you go ahead and describe what you think happened here?
Yeah, I think one of our employees, she had served a minor. I think it was around like last April or so, last March perhaps.
Okay, so I'm looking at a February 12th, 2025.
Okay, yeah.
There's an alcohol compliance check, charges for furnishing alcohol to a minor, allowing a minor in a tavern, failure to check ID of somebody under age.
What happened?
I believe it was in the morning time. Personally, I think I was in India at that time, and our employee, she's been working there for approximately 7 years. So this was her first violation, and I think it was in the morning. She sold a single beer cans to someone under 21.
Yeah.
She did not check the ID. After that, however, across all of our locations, we added a, like our POS system has a software where we can scan their IDs and it shows green if the ID is like valid, and it shows red, like it strings an error if it's like, under 21 or whatever. So we added that measure It was always optional, but we never really used it. I think last year at that store we had received, this was our first violation at that location. And
Do you have other violations at other locations?
yes, so so we've owned liquor stores for about 10 years or so, and before that we even have a gas station, I think since 2010 or something. This was our second violation in all these years.
Got it.
Yes.
So what was optional before with this POS system as far as the scanning? Is that mandatory now?
Yeah, so
Okay.
we made a thing. I believe 2 weeks ago, someone from the ATC had also came in to do a surprise visit, and we had checked their ID, and it stringed an error, and we refused to sell. It was like 2 weeks ago in the evening time.
Do they identified themselves after y'all passed?
That person, she just left her stuff and she just left.
Do they identify themselves
So,
if they pass, or they
but
just keep going?
after they had left, I had checked the cameras, and the gentleman was out in the car, and she sat in the passenger seat. So I mean, I assumed.
So if it had been a compliance check, an officer would have been in the building with her.
Okay, then perhaps it was someone else. Then I guess.
So I always tell people, like, you're going to get a compliance check from our officers,
Yeah.
possibly once a year.
Okay.
It could be 2 years.
Yeah.
But the public is going to try this on a regular basis.
Yeah. Okay. So
We really shouldn't be your standard.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, we had checked her ID, and it strung an error. So.
So did she get retrained, fired, or what? I know you said she been with you for
we did
7
not
years.
fire her. She was working for us for 7 years. But we made, there's when you take the permit, there's like an exam or something, like some sort of course.
Yeah.
So I think we mentioned to her that you should take it again, and she did.
Let me ask you a question. If she had worked for you for 6 months and that happened, would you have fired her or probably retrained?
We probably would have fired her. But I mean, in all these years throughout our locations, we barely have that much turnover in terms of employees. So I mean, she's quite well qualified, and I would say 7 years was her first mistake.
Okay.
Should not have happened in the first place, but I mean, yeah.
Yep. All right. I'm good. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
All right, cool. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last one, renewals. Calling RR 494-1568 Famous Dave's Ribs, doing business as Famous Dave's. Address 3645 Vincent Road.
That'll be continued. Do you remember when Ty quit voting? What was his last one?
His last one was...
Oh, it was Jimmy.
Supermart, yeah.
Yep. So, all right, so what are you here for?
I was just listening for some silicone.
Oh, you just listening?
Yeah.
And how about you guys back there?
We're the Wyoming Animal Hunters Protective Association.
Oh, okay.
And we're just up for renewal.
No violations, correct?
No.
Yep. So we'll vote on the automatics. So I guess.
So just so you understand the future, you received a notice to appear before the board. It's just, or not a notice to appear, just a notice that your alcohol permit was up for renewal today. If you read down on that, it basically specifies that if you've had violations or have otherwise been called in, that's when you would need to appear. Otherwise, without violations or unless we've requested you to show up, you don't have to spend 3 hours waiting to find that out.
We're the newly elected officers of the club, so we're really familiar with the process, but thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, I hate to see you sitting there. If you have questions afterwards, I'm an excise officer, I can talk to you.
Thank you.
So I'll make a motion to approve the automatic renewals.
I'll second.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. And then I'll make a motion to dismiss. We make a motion to dismiss?
To adjourn the meeting, yeah.
Adjourn the meeting.
Yeah, I'll second that motion.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.